Hi, folks. How you doing? I'm back with you again. I'm gonna talk about something that come out of all scriptures, even though by the vast majority of people it's not recognized in the scripture when they read it, because it's in mythological terms. But it has to do with salvation, etc. And I imagine all religions speak of salvation in some way or another. But what is it that saves? Well, it is the human reproductive fluids that do the saving. It has the power to create biologically. Then it has the power to create intellectually also. It has the power to create spiritually. Matter of fact, sometimes it is referred to itself as the spirit, you see. And not only that, when we hear of the king or queen being called Your Highness, Your Excellency, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about the conservation of semen by these individuals, because semen gives power to the person, power of intelligence, power to rule the country, you see. And so that's what these names actually refer to, okay? Those who conserve their semen to use it wisely. Okay. So now we'll get to like a person or people who have, for example, as most people do, I guess at some time or another, they have a midnight moment, you know, when the urge or the drive comes on. Okay. So when it comes to gathering together, okay, what the person does, if he's going to use this energy in a wise and spiritual way, of course, biological reproduction is important too, but we're talking about a spiritual reproduction, the reproduction of the soul, creation of the soul, development of the soul within an individual, developing an individual's intellectual capacity, the power of semen, you see. So this is what the scriptures is largely about. This is the salvation deal. But people miss that. And they're not taught that in the context in which I'm talking now. Okay? Salvation comes in a different way. Something settles down on you from heaven and saves you. People waiting for the God to come from out of the sky and say, it is within you. Your salvation is within you. And it's your reproductive power, your reproductive fluid. Okay? So now, we have where, like I say, a person is having that midnight moment. Well, if they can stop, okay, the reproductive fluid from taking its usual course, which is out of the body, but keep it in, drive it back through simple breathing exercise, in and out breathing, will neutralize that urge for the semen to be secreted or excreted out of the body. Not only that, this breathing exercise drives it back into the system where it can be used to go throughout the body. Now, in the Kemite situation, they have a god called Ptah. And they say, well, Ptah created a tunnel throughout the earth so that the sun god could travel all around the heaven. They're talking about inside the body. That's what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So the sun god can travel all around. Well, what he did was create a method, okay, such as we find in the yoga practices. He created a method in which semen could be purified and sent all around the body, because it becomes vitality. Purified semen becomes vitality. And vitality then can travel all around the body, okay, including the brain. This is what the God Todd did when he said he created a pathway for the solar god to travel all around. He was talking about semen, actually. You know, that's what the mythology was actually talking about. Okay? Or estrogen for the woman. Woman can do the same thing. She has estrogen, right? Okay? And all its constituents. They use all of it. Okay? In these exercises. So now, so this semen, okay, can be purified in the body through the same breathing exercise. If any man, okay, do this breathing exercise, probably for a few days of the week, it will purify his semen. A purified semen is represented in scriptures of all religions. It was certainly represented in the Kimite mythology, the mother of all religions, by what we call the white mace. The white mace is like a club with a white ball on the end of it. Okay? And we see here, we see the God clobbering over the head, okay, his so-called enemies. You see? But that white mace stands for semen, purified semen, which becomes pearly white after its purification process is applied. Simple breathing process. You see? That is, the person uses his own semen. It's got to be semen that's in the body and used that way. So now, we see the mace. We also see the white crown worn by the Egyptian pharaohs and the Egyptian gods and goddesses. This is what they're talking about. White, purification, spirit. Semen is spirit. The semen is the solar energy within the human, estrogen for the woman. Yeah. This is the spirit, sure enough, you see. And it can be purified. The semen can be purified, okay, and circulated through the body. And so the white crown worn by the Kimite pharaohs and whatnot symbolize this, just like the white mace does. But when the white mace is used, when a king or God clobbering the enemy over the head, that enemy happens to be passion. In other words, semen can be used in these exercises to reduce the power and control that passion has over a person. You see, all these things are in the scriptures, but they're put forth in mythological terms. But using this semen through these breathing exercises allows a person to maintain vitality and even to create vitality with this purified semen that now we see can travel all through the body through these breathing exercises. Raising the eyes up, looking up like you're trying to look up into the forehead will cause semen to rise up, because when you do that, you put a little pressure on up here. Okay, and so nutrition and nourishment, etc., okay, and other components of the bloodstream will rise up to this area. See, so we get it up there, and of course we can use the imagination also. It is a powerful instrument, the imagination is, in order to accomplish spiritual goals and other goals also. So we see what the white mace represented. We see what the white crown represented. The semen. Now, they said that a god, Heru, who was a sun god also in the Kimite situation, they say he beat the devil with a phallus. Well, the devil is the passions. Okay? But the phallus represents semen. You see? So we're beginning to see maybe now how semen sort of takes shape in the mythology of all religions, you see. And not only that, The palm branch also represented the semen. Why? Because they made a wine out of it. You see. And through this drink, this liquor or wine, whatever it was, okay, a person would create higher levels of semen. So when the Christ rode into town on the back of it was a donkey. And the donkey was walking into town on top of semen. I mean, not, excuse me, on top of palm. The palm branches, the palm leaves laid on the ground there. This is what the palm represented. It represented the power of semen that gives power to the spirit or to the God. And to the donkey. The donkey is seen in some of the drawings in the Chemite system, pulling the sun up from the underworld. Got a rope attached to the sun, pulling the sun up from the underworld. You see me? So here, this power represented the donkey, represented seminal power. Seminal power to bring the God up from the underworld. You see. So there's a lot of things said in the scriptures that speak of this very thing about the power of semen. Okay, it's the salvation of the man. Estrogen would be the salvation of the woman, so it seems. But these things bring vitality to the body. Semen conserved and purified brings vitality to the body. It'll have the old man feeling young and the old woman feeling young. And the younger people will have more vitality if they wanted to experiment around with this. And they would have more vitality. The intellectual capacity would increase. Perceptual capacity would increase. And the person would be all around better off if they could find time to do the proper exercises, okay, to raise their own semen, their own estrogen, to a higher level of perception, to increase their perceptual capacity, their intellectual level, etc., and to increase their lifespan, too. So this is the power. This is the power of semen when used in this way. You know? Okay, folks. Have a good one. I'll get back with you. We talk more about these powers and whatnot, these forces, okay, that dominate in the human sphere and the human body, and how these forces can be used, okay, to make people, well, have people live a better life when used in this way. Okay, folks. Have a good one and talk to you later. All right, bye.